is 6 days away, and you might be wondering, Brenda, what are we doing to prepare for this 12K that we signed up for over a year ago, that we've done for the past 3 years, that we were totally aware was happening this upcoming weekend? Are we walking every day? Are we eating healthier? Are we working out? And while I would love to say that I've been doing all of the above, that I've been working out so hard and I've been eating right and I've been preparing for this and that I have my costume ready, that is unfortunately not the case. Now, I know that eating fast food is not the healthiest thing, but hey, I walked to pick up this order. I did not order online. I did order online, but it was not delivery. I walked down there, I faced all this wind, and there's a lot of veggies in this meal, so I think I didn't do that bad. So before we get any further into this blog, let me go ahead and introduce myself in case you are new here. Hi, my name is Brenda. I am a 30-something that works and lives here in very foggy and cold San Francisco. And usually on my channel, I post blogs about how I'm navigating life in my 30s. So if you like that type of content, I encourage you to check out my other videos as well as subscribe to my channel. Now, this video is supposed to be a little different from my usual blogs. We are trying to get ready for beta breakers. However, I had a whole idea for this blog, and obviously life is lifing away. I can't control how my life has been going, is what I'm discovering. So I think Chibeki's sick, so perfect timing, just perfect timing. I need to book her a veterinary appointment, so I'll be here tomorrow. But also that throws my plans for a loop. I was planning on exercising and getting ready, but I will count the fact that I've taken her on a longer walk than I'm used to for all of her walks. All of them have been longer walks, and I had to walk to the grocery store. So I'm gonna count that as like not exercise, but part of prepping for beta breakers. I have definitely given up on Chloe Ting, and not it's life has been lifing. I've been having really bad headaches. I've been really tired. Headaches, migraines, I don't know what they are. And then right now with Becky being sick, it's adding a hurdle. I am gonna unpack some of the items that I bought specifically for my costume for beta breakers. Now, you might be wondering, what is beta breakers? And I will go ahead and hand it off to narrator, future Brenda, whoever, to do that part of the blog. Wow, past Brenda, way to offload this on me. But for anyone unfamiliar with beta breakers, it is a 12K across the city of San Francisco, literally from beta breakers, as its name implies. And by race, I mean an event where some people are very serious athletes and other people, like me, show up dressed as aliens with absolutely no business attempting a 12K. Anyways, if you're interested in a more in-depth history, I can tell you, but if you're not interested, you can always skip ahead. I do have timestamps down below. Beta breakers started in 1912, although it wasn't called that, at least not yet. It was the city's attempt to revitalize after the devastating aftermath of the 1906 earthquake. In 1964, the Examiner's reporter Walt Daly would end up naming the race Beta Breakers and would start writing incredible stories about people running the race. During the running boom of the 1970s, two men would run the race from start to finish in tuxedos, and this would essentially start a trend of people dressing up for this race. And so Beta Breakers didn't shy away from this. They encouraged the use of costumes, which was not a thing that other races allowed. And so the Beta Breakers that we know and love today was born. It became less about running and making it to the end, and more about dressing and celebrating the weirdness of the city. Now back to you, past Brenda. Now that you're back and now that you got a better idea of what Beta Breakers is, I grew up here in the city, but I've never done Beta Breakers. I've seen it happen. I'm used to the chaos. To me, everything seems normal, which is a little worrying. This is my third year participating. The last 2 years have not gone that well in terms of planning. First year, me and Ale signed up the day before, and then last year, people were added to the mix, and then costumes didn't happen, and it was a whole thing. And this year, her and I had a conversation that we were gonna dress up as aliens for this Beta Breakers. I don't know, we have to get together to do these costumes, and it doesn't help that my life is lifing at me. I am hopeful that tomorrow we get an appointment for the chew pup to go to the veterinarian. Oh, I gotta figure things out. Oh, I am stressed.
Where did the time go? How do we move so far away? Holding on, how much can we both take when love is an echo? I can't hear what you're saying when love is an echo. I can't hear what you're saying.
So it is, I was about to say Friday, but technically Friday Junior. It is Thursday, and I haven't done anything to prepare for Beta Breakers like I thought I would. Yesterday we went to the vet. She got her antibiotics, and so now it's just a waiting game for her to feel a little better. And so we checked that one thing off of my very long list of crises that decided to all happen at the same time. I got my hot water back. I think it was like within 24 hours of when I noticed that the hot water had gone out, which was pretty good timing. We had all that fun stuff, and then I just obviously have been feeling the weight emotionally of everything that's been happening, because on top of all of that, there's some work, not work related, that is stuff that is still going on. It just feels like I've been feeling very overwhelmed, and now it is about to be Friday, and we have essentially, technically, I now only have 2 days before Beta Breakers to build the rest of my costume, potentially the spaceship that me and Ale are gonna use, and then we gotta pick up our bibs. Today, I ended up going to my aunt's graduation. She actually, I didn't even know she was working on her bachelor's degree. This is my second aunt to get her bachelor's degree. Both of my aunts were teen moms, and it took them a few years. I'm not gonna like lie, it took them a few years, but it's just constant reminder that it's never too late. If you ever wanted to pursue a degree, change careers, all that stuff, it's never too late. So I went to see my second aunt to get her bachelor's degree. I got to see her graduation. It was at the Herbsteder, which is where I graduated high school from. So I hadn't stepped foot in that building in 16 years. Flashback to high school graduation. Fun times. Anyways, all that rambling, I'm gonna leave you off here. I'm gonna take this thing off. It is itchy, and I'm just gonna probably make myself something to eat because I'm kind of hungry as well. One more day of work to survive. One more day. Menace. No. Now watch out for these tasty little toasts. Gotta keep an eye out on this girl. That's why I'm wearing these shoes. Because last time she bit my toe. Right, Coco? You're a toe biter. So cute. Alright, my camera is in my bag. But I'm at Anna's house. She currently went to get some medication for the fur ball. So we're here, kind of isolated, so that she doesn't try and bite my toes. Any shoes?
I need a good hiking.
Sure. Tell the audience what we're doing.
Velcro.
What's the plan?
Make something around 2 pieces, Velcro it.
I don't know if you can see the lines, but we're not doing too good here. So if we do, because we had initially said we would do 6.
Yeah.
Because in the one that you have it's 5 candles.
Yeah. We can do 6. So we can do, we get the radius. Trying to do math here. Somewhere in there. This. That's the radius that we're working with ish.
Okay.
Which question She's like, you're too close. Oh, she wants water.
Pardon me, miss. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I want to wet. She's like, I don't want to wet this. Oh, that's a bad angle. That's definitely getting me towards here.
The visual radius.
Radius.
Jesus. ChatGPT. Okay, we have a radius of this leg, and we need to find the perimeter of the circle. You're gonna go pee over there. 18. This is our radius. If we do 18 down here, how do we measure 18 in that circle?
Like the radius, the circumference.
tie.
This has to be the perimeter of a circle. Is there such thing? It's like the exterior, yeah.
We're trying to find the area.
The perimeter, like the exterior of yes. Do you want lemons? No, okay.
Isn't that where the hypotenuse comes? Yeah, girl. Oh no, either. Starting to show. Yep. Good choice.
How many cocos fit in there? Yeah, you have ChatGPT?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm googling it first.
Where's ChatGPT?
It was a circumference. Parameters close to circumference, according to Google.
It's been a long time since I've had geometry.
Circumference equals pi times diameter.
Okay, so that half that we don't know because we don't have a full circle. Can you put if we have the radius of the circle?
We can't. You can't.
Oh yeah, radius is times 2.
Yeah.
And radius is
pi
2.
r.
Yeah, so 2 times a radius that we do have, right? So we did it from the middle to here. 2 pi r. Okay, calculate it. Well, first of all, let me make sure we know how much to do. Oh. Okay. Here? Yeah, sure.
For radius?
Yes.
Or diameter?
Radius.
Maybe you should do your math because, girl, I'm not. It could be math.
2 times
30, 60.
30 times 3.14, right? Is it 2 pi r?
times 3 point. It is 2 pi r. Yes.
Yeah.
188.
188? Oh, the whole thing divided by 6.
6, 31.4.
31.4. So
We should use centimeters.
I don't know. Honestly, I just need to add a line. I feel like if we just do it, everything will work out at the end. Do you trust this process?
I don't trust us. I thought we were
In good hands?
in good hands.
Oh no! I think we're fine. Bunch of your babies. Good girl. Good girl. Good
I'm
girl.
afraid that this
No.
May I pet you or
You can drag your own British scum.
I don't know if I'm nervous.
I think we got it.
She wants to be pet.
Hi, good girl. Hi, good girl. She wants a pet. Hi, good girl. Good girl, Cuckoos. You're a good girl. Putting your cooch all over our paper. Okay, I think I'm ready to compromise and cut.
I think that looks crooked.
What do you mean it looks really good? Where?
Well, the line doesn't look too even.
Which
but-
one?
Yes.
No.
It's not?
No. And I think we should take a break.
Huh?
We should take a break. To order
Chipotle
the
time.
chat. Not sponsored.
That would be worse.
Okay, let me just. You know what? Let's bring it to the table. And like, homies.
Scrap us up. Technically kind of sponsored. The boxes
They
were
did
free.
give us-
Yep, the boxes were free. Now we're gonna see how many we have and if it's enough for this little project of making spaceships.
So we can just.
Yeah.
We said we're gonna do 3 inches. Fix it.
Okay, morale check it.
apologize if this is blurry because I don't know how the camera's doing. Also, excuse the mess. I still haven't addressed all of my life problems, but it is Saturday. It is the day before Beta Breakers, the night before Beta Breakers, and what have I accomplished so far? Nothing. So we went yesterday, me and my friend Ale, we're both going to be walking Beta Breakers together. We both have bad toes. I don't know which one is her bad toe, but I have a bad toe. Not the topic here. And we're both out of shape because we haven't been walking as much and life has been lifing us really hard. So we both went yesterday to pick up our bibs at Sports Basement. I recommend, just based on last year, probably the best time to go and pick up your bibs is the day before Beta Breakers, because the people giving out free samples are going to give you way more free samples. Because last year when we went, we left with like a bag. I had like a 6-pack of Celsius that I got for free. I just remember I got to take home every single flavor of Celsius that they had at the booth, and then we had like other stuff I cannot remember. It was just like a bunch of stuff. And this year, because we went on Friday, 2 days before Beta Breakers, we only got one of each, which is not bad. I'm just saying it felt better last year to come home with like so many free samples, or maybe they just changed the policy, but that's what happened. And then we got very distracted because we ended up, what Beta Breakers does is that they give you a 20% coupon for Sports Basement. And the same thing happened last year, except last year I think we each bought 3 pairs of shoes, which is not necessary. I have worn one pair of shoes the most, which are my Brooks shoes, which I love. They're so comfortable. And then I got some Birkenstocks, which I think I don't use as often. I have used one of those pairs the most because I don't know, I think it's such a fun color. It's a green. Not the point of this video. This time we had more self-control and we only bought a pair of shoes each. I bought new Hokas because my Brooks, I've been using them every day. And so I think it's gonna be time to replace them because I have worn them out on the inside quite a bit. So I got a new pair of Hokas. I think I got some hiking boots because that was a thing that she was missing. So we had self-control, but we barely made it to scrap because on our agenda was we got to go pick up our bibs, we got to go have lunch because we hadn't eaten, and then we have to go to scrap to go and see if they have cardboard boxes and any of the other stuff that we might need for our costume. And there's so much traffic leaving the mall. We lost track of time while we were shopping at Sports Basement. And then when we made it to scrap, it was like 3 minutes before they were closing, which is fine. We just told them like, hey, can we just take your cardboard? Because they had like their cardboard up front. And they were like, oh yeah, like you can totally do that. And so we just grabbed a bunch of pieces, what we thought we needed. And then we went to Ale's house. And then the chaos started of us trying to figure out how to make this costume because Becky has been sick. I had to come back home. So I gotta go back today so that we can finish the costumes. Yesterday, all we did was we managed to cut up the pieces and then we just sat there confused because we were like, our math maybe wasn't right. I gotta go back and we gotta finish the spaceships. If not, the backup plan is that we're just gonna be aliens. Tomorrow should be fun.
Structure. And now when they're together, I mean, I still have to take the inside, but take a class together, like, and to fulfill. I mean, she's gonna say that she had some credits to fill, but you know, I want to say that she wanted to take a class together. But anyways, girl ends up with a better grade. That was not even her, like, she didn't even want to take that one. I mean, not that she didn't want to, it's just, it wasn't her priority.
Cheat off of me? That was
Brenda's not a homie. That's what I got from that. Because I was in the test, I was like, this is when I was struggling with engineering. So astronomy was gonna not be my priority when I'm trying to pass all the other classes that I need, right? Brenda would sometimes just study a little bit and she'll still remember it, or just from the class, but I couldn't. Regardless, come the test day, I'm like, hey Brenda, was it this? Hey, let me see. And she just like turns around and she just was like, no. I'm like, bitch.
So this is the look that we're going for with the makeup, the really badly placed antennas. I did my hair before thinking about the antennas, that's fine. I'm only going to be wearing this leotard, and this is a UV protectant shirt, allegedly. It is supposed to be 73 degrees in San Francisco. It's a 12K across the city, which means we're going to hit every single microclimate possible. And Golden Gate is usually the coldest. I went out right now and it's not that cold outside, so I think this will also hopefully hold up in case it is really cold in Golden Gate Park, because the first year that we did it, it was kind of toasty, but not like super toasty at the beginning. And then once we got to Golden Gate Park, it was pretty bad. Like it was pretty cold. I had to put on my sweater afterwards. I need to pack a bag. I think I'm gonna wear a fanny pack. I'm also feeling like this is a little tight, so I might end up like taking up the skirt at some point. I don't know. It feels really weird. The original plan was for me to just wear the leotard, but I think because of the way that the UFO is, it might make sense to like also have a skirt, because usually I would take my backpack. I also don't think I'm gonna carry water this year, just because I'm carrying the UFO and the cows, and they give water along the way. But more importantly, I just don't want to have the hassle of having to carry cows and stuff. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to get to the race because that UFO is too big. The bus that I would have to take is usually pretty crowded. So I'm wondering if I should just walk to Union Square and then use the tunnel to get to BART so that I am not embarrassing myself on the street that much, because there's like a few people that I saw out there for beta breakers that are on their way. One of them included a Smurf, and everybody else is just like in regular, they're gonna be running the race. So I don't really want to be, I don't know, I'm gonna struggle being the center of attention. I don't know if the camera's gonna capture because of the lighting. I'm taking these glasses that I bought specifically for the outfit. Band-aids are a must because blisters happen. extra little hair bands because for whatever reason, mine always pop out of my hair. So for my little braids that I have, and then my DJI and the microphone, because I feel like the DJI is more compact and easier to carry. And this is the number 2, so it's not like super brand new. It's a little older. So it's been to Beta Breakers before. It's gonna get to go back again. And it has like this little tripod thing, which is really fun. So I'm gonna pack probably a bar, maybe some gum.
My friends and I will talk like every other day, shaking the park where all the boys are riding skateboards. They look so hot, they look so cool. Everyone is around, and that's when I saw that someone new not from around. You see on holiday, I'm willing to stick around. He looks so hot, he looks so cool. Hope to see him in school, and now he walked up right to me, and my knees got weak and I just had to leave. It was weird, I'm so shy. You always make me blush so hard. My parents always stay on guard. I drop my cool when you're around. You are the hottest boy in town. I'm dreaming of a kiss from you and hoping it will all be true. But this is my imagination, and it's real.
La hora de chichar, la hora de chichar, la hora de chichar, la hora de chichar. Óyeme, Miguelito. La conocen por niña popia ella, pero una embustera. En la noche ella janguea de la fiesta, siempre la primera. Pero mami, vamos al mambo ahora. No sea una habladora, sabe que me muero por esa boquita, sabe que la hora. Baby, con esa vueltita no importa si miente. Llevo todo el día pendiente y no te caldien, y no te caldien. Dame una señal, mamita. Voy por ti caliente. Escápate conmigo, nena, tú aquí te diviertes. Es la hora de chichar, puñeta. Es la hora de chichar. Oye, óyeme, ey, maliente con papi cuando quieres algo. Me mira los ojos y se nota el encanto. La chuki se sale, siempre te la saca. Revive esa nalga, será pura gata. Tú da la vuelta, mami, yo te sigo. Acércate, chica, no soy tu amigo. Dale pa' acá que estoy puesto a rindar. Dale pa' acá que estoy puesto a chichar. Solo en mi que me quiero terminar. Abusándose todo, llega hasta el final. Ella nunca se quitó, le rompió todito. Le dio otra onda sin perder el apetito. Pa' que sepa, mujer, que tú estás deliciosito. Es la hora de chichar.
At least if you count, I can feel it.
Oye, que eso talento, mami. Vamos a acelerar. Si te gusta este negrito, ya es la hora de chichar sin tanta vuelta, mami. Me voy a superar. Esta gana que tengo no hay que hacerlo demora.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. My feet hurt.
Tell us more about your costume. Who are you wearing?
This is the Cervantes Falcon collaboration. 2026 line.
2026 line. Exclusive.
Spring? No, summer.
Summer.
No, spring still.
Alrighty, so I made it home, not too long ago, maybe like 5 minutes ago. It is 3:36 and we are done with the race. Oh my goodness, it hurts to be standing up, but I want to do this outro standing up. Now, excuse the glasses. My makeup is a hot mess. You probably can see it through the glasses, but it's a hot mess underneath. Unfortunately, I didn't think about how bad the illumination from our spaceships would be, and I think my eye plus allergies, my eye was just, this one was watering. This one is just regular from like sweating and stuff. It was a bit chaotic this year. It feels like the entryway. Me and Ale usually meet at the entrance. This time we didn't. There was like a whole thing, like she couldn't get in. She was rerouted and this whole thing. And then I was running later because I misunderstood. I thought we were gonna meet a little bit later. I got there and I think I was the last wave to leave. And then I just met up with Ale and then we got our medals, which look at them. That is the cutest little thing. We were very popular. Lots of people were stopping us to take pictures. So we were getting stopped a lot and then we were taking pictures ourselves or taking video of things going on. And surprisingly, and Ale got upset when I said this, but I was just so shocked, Pikachu, that we made it in a really fast time. Like usually we don't, like we take a while, I mean not too long, but we usually don't make it to the line until like 1 and we made it before 12, which is very shocking because I mentioned a little out of shape. We're not in the same shape that we used to be. I mean, good on us, I guess. It was better organized. They rerouted us this year. Usually they make us go through the windmills. They route us up on Ocean. This time they didn't do the windmills. They routed us down and then all the party and the events were in the windmills, which was pretty cool. And there was enough snacks. I brought one just in case because last year there was no snacks and we were dying. We did the same thing we did last year. We caught the 5, which is so painful to be standing up after you've done 12K. More painful to be on the bus as it's like stop and go. And then we went to Lucia's Deli, which is in the Fillmore. We got some sandwiches. I got the avo smash, which was pretty good. Definitely a sandwich that you need a breath mint after. I'm very self-aware of that right now. I just had a little sandwich in the park. It was really fun. I'm probably gonna get out of all of this, take off the makeup, take a shower, and then I'm probably just gonna relax. I do have a mess in my apartment because I was like a twister this morning. It's a hot mess. That is tomorrow Brenda's problem. We are definitely doing it again next year. And to anybody watching who's ever been curious about beta breakers but is hesitant because you're not a runner, it doesn't matter. All shapes and bodies and abilities of the rainbow there. So definitely I think it's doable for many people, might not be doable for everyone. I do recommend it. Some people might be off-put by the nudity that does happen from people, but well, maybe it's just me. At this point, I sometimes even just like, oh, okay, like, and then I move on with my life. It is pretty cool to see people's costumes and just vibe, party with people. It's a fun event in my opinion, but I'm just one person. This is just, I know this isn't for everyone, but I enjoyed it, especially making my costume this year. That was really fun. Me and Ale are already planning for next year, which means that we're signing up for next year. Gotta add another 2027 beta breakers onto my collection. But with all of that, I thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. I encourage you to leave a comment down below. More if you have ideas like what we can do next year, that would be very helpful. We're trying to think ahead, but you know, we kind of procrastinated. We usually procrastinate, but anyways, if you have any ideas, leave them down below. I also encourage you to like this video and or subscribe to my channel. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Earthlings. Bye.